Said
Out there
two.
in there. We're about to start streaming. Oh, sorry, Gran
No,
RPG. I'm just.
I just kept my elites.
Hmm.
Like I don't know, because I was about to get one, but I was like, but the elites work just fine until they break. I'll buy the gold
Until
headset.
they break. That's
Yeah.
it's not really hmm.
Are you
Hmm.
planning to get one? I heard they're
I'm
pretty
thinking
good.
I'm thinking about it, but I'm not
All
sure.
right, all right.
It's like
We're starting. We're
$100 is
starting.
a
We're starting.
lot
Give
for a
me,
headset.
dudes,
Okay, go
dudes.
ahead. Go.
Hello, everybody out there in the internet. Welcome to Aimless Babble Z, episode 246. I'm Ticket Master, joined by.
RPG Maniac 05.
And Gamer 12.
See, Tropical is not here. He might come back and join us. Who knows? But
Happy birthday.
yeah, happy birthday, Tropical.
Hmm.
Ew, he's old.
He's not old, okay?
He's older than me, so ew, he's old.
Anyways, we've got so much been playing. We've got some middle segment about what's up with all these remasters all of a sudden, or too soon, because last gen is not even over, and it's like, hey, this game came out a while back. It's remastered,
Although this,
1080p, 60 frames,
I mean, it would kind of take care of the whole backwards compatibility issue if they keep just releasing every game from the last generation. Though, so. It's like, well, they're all on here now anyway, so here you go.
That is true. I did not think about that. But yeah. So who wants to go first with? Oh, and some news, of course, at the end, because stuff's gone down and stuff's got delayed again. Did I? I don't think that's one of the things the announcer guy said at the end of the episode. It was not that time, but whatever. Who wants to go first? What they've been playing?
I guess I can because I've been playing the same thing for the past few weeks, so no changes there. So yeah, just still playing Soul Sacrifice Delta. Just mostly playing like multiplayer stuff. So that's pretty much it on that front.
Nothing to add to your Soul Sacrifice Delta escapades.
No, not really. I mean, it's just your normal sacrificing of souls and stuff. I mean, I've seen some people playing like online with different like builds for their characters now and stuff, but I guess some people are coordinating a bit better than the previous game, so that's always good, I guess.
Alrighty then. That was short and sweet. Gamer, do you want to go next?
Yeah. I just been playing The Last of Us Remastered. And I beat it on Grounded, which is the hardest difficulty in the game, and that was just tough. I was like screaming at my screen every time I got killed. Like, this game is so unfair. It's not giving me that. It's not giving me ammo. Cause like when you kill, if you're low on ammo, the game will like randomize. You should get ammo at this point because if you have nothing, you can't really do anything. So it gives you like 2 bullets. You could only use those 2 bullets to go through like 10 minutes of gameplay. And it's like, how do I do this? And you have to figure out different ways to like game the game, just to figure out how to get through just this one like certain segments without using any ammo or not using like shivs, like because you barely get any parts. I think you only get enough for like 1 or 2 items throughout the entire game, and that's it.
Wow.
I think the most things I crafted 1 Molotov, 1 smoke bomb, and just like 3 med kits, and that's like the entire game. So yeah, the game on that difficulty is pretty tough. But once you get like know how to use stealth to your advantage, it's awesome.
Ew, stealth.
Yeah, stealth.
Yeah, I saw your
My
Share
natural
Factory,
enemy.
Your Share Factory clip with the hippo at the end. That was very random.
Yeah. Just use ton of bricks and bottles and just like melee the shit out of everything, and you'll be fine. Like the hardest part was what is this? There's a segment in it's not the first clicker encounter, but like there's an encounter with the basement or encounter with these things called the stalkers, and it's like the most difficult thing ever. I know I couldn't figure out how to get through it. Like the basement, the hotel basement. So you have to trigger the door first before going to the door, or else you get stuck in the animation. The bloater will just kill you. But other than that, it's great. 60 frames per second, 1080p, glorious. Multiplayer sucks. matchmaking, like you go into a matchmaking mode. It takes like 10 minutes to find a game, and if you find a game, stick with it because it'll take a long ass time just to find another game. I don't know what's wrong. I mean, they're updating it daily. It seems like just to fix it, but it seems like nothing's working. So that sucks because the game multiplayer is so good, especially at 60 frames per second. But yeah.
Alrighty. Yeah, I remember that I still haven't played the DLC for that, so that's what I'm going. Well, that's one of the first things I'm going to do when I'm done playing what I've been playing, and that is. Well, actually, I'll go with what I've been playing on handheld first because I finished the game. Yay! Yet again, 2 weeks in a row. Yay!
Yay!
So you know, Sly Cooper Thieves in Time, really good. Really fantastic if you're a fan of the series. I highly recommend it. There are some parts in the game where it gets a bit. There's some stuff that's a bit annoying that you have to do with the tilting the Vita to like do these mini games. Or like there's, oh my gosh. Okay, so there's this one boss fight, and you go back to the medieval times, and you're like this Robin Hood-esque dude, and you're shooting their bow and arrows, but you have to guide them using the gyroscope, so it gets very, very wonky in a very, very hectic situation when it's like, alright, I got this. And then it gets even more annoying because you're not dying. You can like just keep repeating that part over and over and like not taking damage if you know how to dodge the attacks. So that took me like at least half an hour, if not more, to like just because like because the way it sucks because you can't like change it to be like inverted or non-inverted. So my brain was like, I'm inverted, but I wasn't inverted. So I was like every time I got to that part, my brain was like, my muscle memory from like the previous section was like all like, okay, I'm playing a game, and then I couldn't like go from what I usually do since it's always in the game mode of like, okay, my controls are like they are, but then it would be like, oh, and now I'm using the gyroscope and
Have you
bow and arrow to
used
the floor.
gyroscope aiming before, like in PS3 and or other video games?
It's not aiming necessarily as it is like you have to guide the arrow manually. So it's
Okay,
like,
have you played what's it called Heavenly Sword? Like
No.
they had
I
segments
played
with.
gamer. You get to use thumbsticks on that. Okay, you don't get. Do you have to use the 6-axis on that?
Yeah, I think they
Oh.
patched it in with the sticks
Well, there you go.
because the people were having a tough time.
Yeah, yeah.
That's because stuff like that is just awkward with the 6-axis.
And not only do you have to guide the thingy, but there's or the bow and arrow, but there's like there's like little holes in the shield that you have to go through. So like before you can even hit like the glowy spot, because it's like the rule of 3, so you have to do it like 3 times. You have to like there's it gets harder too because it's like not only is the circle like not it's not just staying still, it's moving. So it's like moving in a circle and there's like 3 holes in the shield. So you have to go through the shield and then hit the weak spot. But if you veer off too much, it's gonna just it's like, oh, and then it snaps back to slide and it's like, oh, curse you, oh. But overall,
You're welcome.
Besides that and some other, there's like another mini game in it that you have to you balance some thingy when you're hacking as not the hippo, but the other dude. You're him, and you're hacking something, and then you're and you're guiding it with the gyroscope as well, and you have to like hold it flat, and it's like those. There's like a thing like this in real life. I don't know what it's called, whatever. But you're guiding a little ball thing, and then like if you have to like not there's sections where it's like there is no border on the table, so it's like if you go off the edge, you're just gonna fall off, and then you have to restart it. So you're like, oh, and then later on it's so weird because it starts out really easy, but then like later levels get harder and harder. But then like there's this one part, they don't get like too crazy. It's just like at the end it gets like ridiculously like, why did they put this here? Of like there's like a bumper like in pinball, so like if you hit it you'll bump off of it and get a bunch of speed and be like, oh, and like, or try to like, you have to like you basically have to like try to get it through there without bumping off of it, because if you hit it you're gonna fall off the table, and then they'll have to restart it, or just it makes it like even more harder than like it already is, and it's just like, oh, those segments were annoying. But yeah, for the most part, besides that, it felt like a very, I'm not gonna say stripped down, but like for a handheld game, really, really good, like, open world, swashbuckling, adventuring, cowboy, feudal ninja, prehistoric era, like all over the place on the time scale. Sly Cooper and Thieves and the gang, they were back, had an adventure, mini adventures, and yeah, it was great, and I enjoyed it. And yeah, I highly recommend it if you're a fan of the series, because it was more of the Sly awesomeness that you come to expect.
Or was it?
Do you think it's the last time you'll see Sly Cooper?
It's possibly is because the ending is very ooh. But I can't
Isn't
think
there
about
a
it 'cause
movie
it's-
coming out soon for that
Yeah,
though?
there's.
So, I mean, the last time you're gonna see it's still there.
Besides that, let's see. I will start with Gran Turismo 6. So Gran Turismo 6, well, I've only been playing one other thing, so whatever. Gran Turismo 6. Still doing the weekly events, or the seasonal events every week. The drifting was, whatever. There's some drift stuff this week. I did it, I got through it, so yay. And I got a silver, so I'm getting better at drifting, yay! And then, there's still some stuff I gotta go through again, because I was doing it for the A spec or whatever it's called, B spec. No, A spec, the like little get from the last of the pack or the back of the pack to the beginning or first. I'm sorry, and then you get like first, second, third. I gotta do some of those because I didn't get gold in all, gold in all of them. And then there's also the vision cars came out, and there's an update this morning. It was like version 1.11, but they just patched like the multi-monitor. I guess there's like an issue with like the last update, so they had to like patch it real quick. And they also added something to make online matchmaking easier, but I never play online, so whatever. So yeah, that is that. And then lastly, Mass Effect 3, looking at me, we're gonna do this. And I'm out of my rhyme, but yeah.
Are you still not there yet? Because like
I'm almost there, gamer. I'm within my grasp, but it's like down to the wire because my live's gonna run out in like 9 days. However, I only have like 200 more waves on gold, and I'm good because I have like 50 waves on Vancouver, which I'm gonna get done after the podcast, and then I have like 150 waves on Glacier Hazard. But Glacier Hazard is like the smallest map, and I'm hoping that when you do Hazard Glacier, it also doubles down on Glacier Normal, but I don't think it does. But I'm gonna find out because whatever, we'll see. But those are like the last ones I have to do on the Nomad, and then I have it's like 20. I have to get 20 more in 7 ranks, and I'm done. I'm effing done. And then it's like I'm so close. I have like all my characters are like, well, one character I'm leaving at level 20 just for gold, but then the rest of them I'm like slowly trying to like level up through silver, and it's like, oh, I don't know if I can make it, but I think I can make it because it's like, you know, if I do each of those characters, let's see, 5, 10, 15, 4 times, then yeah. But I think I'll just like stick to one, and then just do them over and over, or promote them over and over. That sounded weird, and I should be good. So, yeah.
So is the plan to, after you get the N7 rank, to take a screenshot, celebrate, and then break the disc in half?
It's
Yes.
almost like that, gamer.
I approve of this.
It's almost like that. It's like I'm going to be like, yay, and like make a final video of like Mass Effect 3, my final day, and then like disconnect the Ethernet cord and like never connect the Ethernet cord when that game comes on again, because it'll like reset all my galactic readiness and like F it all up when I go through with my other shepherds. Because I still haven't gone through with my Ashley roommate. I need to get back to the single player, man. Like this is just like, to me, it's like this almost got me. This almost broke me of my Mass Effect 3-ness. But then it's like I can see the light of the tunnel now, and then all I have to do is like reminisce about the good times on the Normandy and like all the stuff I haven't done yet with like my evil shepherd and my renegade and my dude that always does like the middle choice. And it's like I got plenty of adventures left in me. And then when they showed it to Comic-Con, they're like, oh, dudes, it's not even. I released it. Here, buddy. Here's some concept art. Oh, here's a maker. It's like, it's not coming out anytime soon. Yeah, that's torture. So,
Have you
yeah.
been getting those like cryptic emails from BioWare?
I haven't.
Like, have you been chosen?
I have not been chosen. But I think that's
Oh,
just.
yeah.
I think that's just. I thought that was just for Dragon Age, though.
Is it?
I don't know. I thought it was. I thought it was for. Like,
Oh,
the
I thought it was
Dragon-
for like a new game or something.
Oh, it might be for the new IP, but I thought it was for the
Just Tekken, they have to work on something other than Dragon Age.
Yeah. I know they're on like there's new IP, but it's like they haven't said anything about it, so we
Yeah.
didn't know. So I didn't know what that was for, so I wasn't sure. And I saw like one of the videos, but I was like, I have no idea, so whatever. But I wasn't chosen, so I'm kind of sad now, and I'm also kind of bitter, gamer. Thanks for.
How are you not chosen? You're like a hardcore like
I mean,
BioWare,
yeah.
or not BioWare, but like Mass Effect.
Mass Effect.
That's a good question, gamer. We should go to Canada and get some answers.
Canada? Is that where we're going with now?
But yeah, that's all I've been playing. Also, I think I said I was gonna like change my pre-order on Destiny since I'm getting the digital version to Diablo, but I'm like, it comes out too soon before, so I'm not gonna be able to play it. So I'm just like, you know what? I'm just gonna change my pre-order to the PS3 version. That way, I can have both. And then, you know, if anything ever happens, I will not be without a game of console to play it on. If like my PS4 dies or my PS3 dies, it's like
Why would
if
you
something
say something like that?
happens, something happens. No matter what, I'll be able to play that game because if I'm not able to play it, things might happen. That's all I'm saying.
But you're like never gonna play the PS3 version, though.
Or RPG. I might have other people like you who have not
I'm
upgraded
gonna
yet.
have
I mean,
a
I know you're gonna get one
PS4
when
when it
Destiny
comes
comes
out.
out.
What are you
but,
talking
yeah,
about?
You know, things
Are you
could
gonna get the
happen.
white one RPG?
Yes.
Oh, nice.
Besides, there's other people that haven't made the leap yet that I'm like, oh, you're still on that console playing those games. Well, so maybe I want to go and have fun times with my friends. So
I
yeah.
want to play with you because all you're gonna do is complain about how it's not the PS4 version all the time. Bro.
Okay, so yeah, I guess that's it for what we've been playing this week. And yeah, we will continue with our middle segment this week, which is, well, it's usually, I forgot what I call it. What do I call it, RPG? Do you remember what I call it? I can
Nope,
look
we
it
could
up.
It's okay. We could just remaster it. It's fine. Everyone else is doing it.
But yeah,
It's a
question
middle
time, middle segment, so usually Tropical like starts off with like a good question here. So RPG, would you like to do the honors, or would you like me to just do it off the top of my head, crazy style?
Yeah, just do it off the top of your head. It's fine.
All right, so it's like a year into the next generation. Next generation, almost in like the fall, and there's not too many games coming out, and the ones that are coming out, well, they ain't coming out because they're either delayed or the next year. As we saw at E3, it's like 2015, year of the video game.
Although a lot of them are early next year, though, so it's not like.
Well, it ain't this year, dude. So I mean, they might have just wanted to get out of the giant elephant heel of Call of Duty and Destiny, but it might not work out for them because now it's all like, every time you turn around, it's hey, there's a remaster, or hey, that game that got a remaster, we're gonna remaster the remaster, or I mean a remake, we're remastering the remake, or hey, this is completely random, but we're gonna get this game remastered version, essential version. But then at first I was like, okay, I'm on two sides of it. I'm on my brain on the two sides is working here, and it's like on one side it's like, well, I wouldn't mind a Mass Effect trilogy remaster, which hasn't been announced yet. But if it was, I would be there day one. But then there's games, and it's like, dude, Tomb Raider came out like a year ago. It's like, is that too soon, dude? Like, I could play it already, and then like it doesn't look that bad. And then on PC, if I have an awesome PC, this isn't really that much better. So why not buy this? And then we got Watch Dogs, which is like, what? And it's like, okay, this game has been free on PlayStation Plus. It has been free
Watch Dogs.
on
What?
Games with Gold. It has. I'm sorry. I'm not Watch Dogs. Sleeping Dogs. Dogs. Okay, sorry. It's got dogs in the name.
I was like, man, you got Watch Dogs for free? I want to get it for free.
Sleeping Dogs. So yeah, Sleeping Dogs. Free on Plus, free on Live, and it's been super cheap on Steam because that's where I got it for like the first time.
It's like the ultimate bundle, too.
Yeah, with all the DLC. And then we get today the announcement of, hey, Sleeping Dogs remastered, ho ho ho, and then it's like all the add-ons for $60. And it's like, bitch, please, I already got the game for free, and I bought it for like $2 with all DLC. You ain't getting my money, Square Enix. Go F yourselves. But then it's weird because like there's kind of a double standing. So I'm like, well, GTA 5, I can't wait for that to come out again because that was awesome.
True.
Or like Mass Effect, I'd totally be first in line for that remaster. So. And then, usually I'm all like, retro modded, let's bring these games back. But it's like, dude, these games haven't even had time to like get old yet and like forgotten to be like, hey, remember that game with all those units on the field that you'd control and then switch people, and it was all Valkyria something from Sega back when they made awesome games for like a short period and they stopped being crappy. Yeah. The console generation's not even over yet, and it's like, let's remaster that game from that console that we're still making games for. It's like, what? You can't do that. That's kind of like against the rules. Kind of in bad taste, if you ask me. Milking the cow, as they say. So yeah, I guess that's our question this week is like, what's up with the whole remasters and re-releases, and how do you feel about this, and where do you stand?
That's a long ass question.
That is a long question. It also contains several statements in it as well. I'm not even sure that's how that works, but yeah. That.
Aimless adventure.
It's all about the money. When it all comes down to it, it's like if it's a game that sold really well last generation, it's just like one of those things where like, well, there's a good chance people would buy this if we make it slightly crisper. So let's do that. And then the fact that people keep supporting it kind of only gives them the idea that yeah, this is okay. So keep remastering stuff we already played and have and just came out like months ago. So
Oh, also, to point out, everybody's guilty here because, Nintendo's got their Wind Waker HD. I mean, that's not as guilty because it's like an old game from a previous console, not the last generation. That's like still going on.
I mean, yeah, let's say at least Wind Waker came out on the GameCube. They at least have that excuse.
And then Microsoft has their Halo Guardian Edition, all of them, because we couldn't get you one this fall, but next fall you'll be ready. You play through all four of them again for the however many time. In crisp 8 in there, whatever they're doing to make it prettier. And then Last of Us Remastered. I mean, yeah, it's, maybe people haven't played it, blah, blah, blah. But it's like, dude, there's like a PS3 bundle with that game, so you just buy the bundle.
No, don't buy the don't listen. Don't listen to Tekken. Buy the PS4 version.
The game where all it is graphically better. Like, what else do you get?
You get commentary in the cutscenes.
Is that what you want?
You get the documentary on the disc, even though you can't pause it, which sucks. But yeah, so it's not ever since they announced like the map pack that's coming out, I kind of like feel bitter. It's like because the remastered version I thought would be like the all inclusive, like it has everything, and it doesn't.
That's how I felt about Ultra Street Fighter 4, because like it was like it's going to have everything in it, and they just announced a new costume pack, and it's like, oh, it doesn't have everything in it. No, I'm glad I didn't buy it. Go after yourself, Capcom. I'm back on boycott, so go after yourselves. You know what you did. I can play this game all day.
It's just, and like the weird thing for me is just charging full price, especially for like Sleeping Dogs, like full price for a game that's wicked cheap on PC, and they probably. Okay, I'm no developer, but since it was already ported to PC, it must have been very easy to port it to a PS4 because that's using PC code base. So it's not like Last of Us where they had to port the PS3 engine to the PS4 and they had to like make some shortcomings. It's like they already had it done. So what could they have done to make it on PS4 work on PS4? Not that much, I don't think. I don't know. Unless they like totally revamp, like Wen Shay's like 20,000 more polygons or something. Like I don't see.
I don't think they're gonna do that game.
Because I play on PC, it's like gorgeous, 1080p, 60 frames. Like, I mean, that was like almost 2 years ago. Almost 2 years. So that's.
I will look it up now.
The price thing just. Like it was a good thing. Like a lot of people called out in Last of Us, like $50 is a pretty okay price to release it. I mean, 40 is like, I think 40 for a remaster is my go-to price. Like
I don't know. I feel like it should be cheaper than that because it's the remaster. I think like half price would be a okay price for me for like remasters. Okay. I would be okay with like $30 or something. Then I'm like, okay, I can live with this because it's like it's still. Although, I guess it's debatable.
Because I mean, the game's already completely done. I mean, unless you're doing like retexturing, like what The Last of Us did. If it's just an upport, then I don't understand the full price. Like what's it called? The new one that just got announced, Resident Evil.
Oh my gosh,
it's
that's
like,
the worst. That is like
all they're doing is applying.
See, okay, I've got such a crazy conspiracy theory on this. Okay, so I think what this is just like Capcom. They ain't got shit done, and it's like, oh, dudes, we need a game out. We need some money.
It's true. It's like, have we released a Street Fighter recently? Probably. All right.
Check. Yes. Check.
I know, right?
Yeah, they're just gonna go down the list. It's like Street Fighter, check. Monster Hunter, check. Mega Man. Oh, we can't do that anymore. What are we gonna do?
Right?
And so it's like, oh well, you know that GameCube port that we put on the Wii, or that not port, but like the remake that we didn't port to the Wii, and then. We still got that stuff, right? And they're like, yeah. It's like, okay, well, how about we just, clean it up a bit more and make it as good as we can because these new consoles are so much more powerful. And then just remaster it and re-release it just like we did Resident Evil 4 on Steam. And they're like, genius, ship it.
Hey, Resident Evil 4 on Steam, I gotta give kudos to that. Like, it looks better than that piece of shit PC port that Ubisoft brought out. So, kudos on them to do that part. But the remaster for the GameCube version is complete dog shit. Like, they're just taking the images, like the pre-rendered backgrounds, just applying a upscale filter and a sharpening filter, and saying, "Oh, good. Let's do batch processing on all the screens for that one." It's like it's not even like the what do you call that? Code Veronica HD or
Oh jeez, I forgot they made
because that was actually they had to recode that game under what engine were they using? Fuck.
I don't remember.
It's like the engine they use for Framework. They had to like recode it under Framework MT whatever. So, and that game looks better as a result because it's widescreen because that was a full 3D game. But this one, it's even weirder because did you hear about like the widescreen where it's like, panning and scanning?
No.
As you go from because remember the original game is 4:3. In order to do widescreen, they have to crop the top and bottom. So if you take like Chris or Jill, going from the upper view to down, the game will pan and scan with your character. So sometimes you can't see what's coming. It has to scan. It has to pan down, just for you to see the shit that's coming at you. So that's ridiculous. I don't know who's gonna use that mode because it's stupid. I mean, it's like, okay, but where's fucking Remake 2? Like, fucking Remake 2!
That's my part of my conspiracy theory. It's like they're getting all their fans' hopes and dreams up of like, oh, dudes, we're not gonna say that we're not making 2, but they're gonna think we are. So we can just put this one out, and then depending on how good it does, it might do good, and if it does, well, we'll do it. But if not, yeah, it's not happening.
Because wasn't that the plan from when they did the first ones? Like, let's just remake all the other ones as well.
I don't remember.
They did 0. That was weird. I've never even played 0. I have it on Wii though.
Yeah,
that's the thing. I have the remix on Wii.
So...
I haven't even touched them. Now
See, Gamer, you're part of the problem.
It's true. You really are, because you're just making them think like, well, clearly they want this because everyone's buying it, so let's just keep doing it.
I'm not gonna lie. Boycott.
You say that now, and here you are sitting with several of them already that you haven't touched, even though you bought them.
I gotta say, I'm gonna touch
buy them either.
I'm gonna touch it because I'll be like, what's all the hype about? I've never even played one. I played. It's kind of funny. I played all the Resident Evils but for one, so I'm gonna play it.
I played one and I got stuck.
Just despite them.
I was like, wow, this one's hard.
I've played 4 and 5, and that's about it. So, yeah. And I think 4 was like ported or remade too, wasn't it? So
yeah, it was. Oh my god.
Yeah, 4 is weird because it started off on GameCube, then it got ported to PS2, and then it got ported to Wii, and then it got HDified on PS3 and 360.
Yeah, which was based on the PS2 code that was based on the GameCube version. Oh my god. And the PC version is even like weirder to chain. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah. It's like, even though there's already a PC version, there's now this Ultimate whatever edition on Steam.
Oh, Capcom and their Ultimate editions of things.
Because, as Street Fighter has shown, there can never be too many versions of one game. Ever.
Yeah.
Arcade Ultra Championship Edition.
But that has to be the last version of Street Fighter 4.
You never know, gamer.
Well, we thought that about the first 3 of them, and
I know, right?
Well,
there's nothing above Ultra, because I mean,
there's nothing above Ultra.
Killer Instinct only goes up to Ultra, so.
Oh, gamer, you and you're trying to make sense of Capcom strategies.
Wherever there's money to be had, gamer, you can just slap something on it and.
They're just gonna port Ultra Street Fighter 4 to PS4 and Xbox One. That's next year for Capcom.
The Super Mega Ultra Hyper Edition of Street Fighter 4 or something.
Yeah,
it's gonna happen.
Gamer, it won't just be a port; it'll be a remaster.
Oh right, because that's what we're doing now. We don't port anymore. We remaster everything.
And 1080, it's gonna be running at 4K on PS4. Yeah, I don't know. I know Capcom. I think they're just like out of ideas. Honestly,
I don't know if it's so much they're out of ideas. It's so much it's just easy money for them, so they don't have to
Yeah.
work for
I
it.
don't
'Cause
think
it's like,
I don't think I don't think it's they're out of ideas. I think they're so risk averse because everything that they're trying to do isn't turning up to be awesome. Like Bionic Commander reboot, Lost Planet. Okay, we're on our third strike, dudes. We might not want to.
it's like using this as
It's
a
like
way
Dead
to
Rising was
fund
okay,
their-
and then it's like, what else is there that has come out recently that was new from them?
Yeah, you know what? It's kind of funny because like on what PS1, PS2 era, like Capcom was releasing like new
Yeah,
games.
Beautiful Joe, Okami. Oh my gosh,
Although a lot of
And
those
then,
people
like,
have
now
Netflix
they just-
studios, though, so
Devil May Cry.
Well,
So
the
they-
new Devil May Cry, I liked it, but
I'm
a
not
lot
saying it's
of
bad. I'm just saying it was theirs.
some people don't like it. Yeah, yeah, third party. Well, I think didn't they stop doing that third party
Yeah, they did.
initiative? So
it's easier this way to fund their bombs to recover. It's like well, we screwed up on that last game, so I guess we have to remaster something now to make up for that loss. So that's
I
pretty
wonder how
much
much money it would take to make a profit on a remaster. Like how much money you have to put into it, and then you want to make a profit.
Well, I mean, I guess it would depend on how much it cost them to remaster something. Because, like you said, there's like different types of remaster.
Yeah.
It's like they could just port it and make it look slightly better, or like go through the trouble actually building it all over or something. So, I guess it would depend. But all things considered, since they're usually doing their popular franchises or something, it probably doesn't take long to make a profit off of that. So
It's just weird to me thinking that there's going to be PS3 and 360 games being brought to PS4 and Xbox One, being
like
called
their old classics.
I know,
or something.
like they're like some sort of like legendary game. It's like it hasn't even been like they haven't been out for like 5 years. It's like what the it's like
It's like these aren't.
this game does not
classics.
deserve to be on this level that you're putting it on. It's like
Well,
Tomb
people
Raider,
could-
yeah, it was good, but it was
Yeah, Tomb Raider was kind of
Yeah,
weird.
it-
I felt the same way, even though I bought it, but I felt the same way. It's like it was kind of like has it? It's not even been a year yet since
I
the
don't think
game
it's been
came
a
out.
year. Yeah, 'cause-
Also,
Yeah.
I looked it up in 2012 with Sleeping Dogs.
Oh, okay. Yeah, 2 years.
I'll look up Tomb Raider now.
Tomb Raider was recent.
I think it was the same year as BioShock, so it was 2013.
Oh
Yes,
my
it was-
god,
wow, it
are we
was-
gonna see a Bioshock remastered?
So
1,
just
2,
answer
and
your question there.
Infinite?
No, it'll probably just be Infinite.
Yeah, it was
Because it was the
2013
most
for
recent
Tomb Raider on March 2013.
I don't
So
know.
that
It
was
seemed like Bioshock Trilogy because since those are already like ported to PC, that shouldn't be that bad of a port job. Like Infinite should be pretty easy, but
I think it's more of a publisher thing. Like anybody that's just like completely shameless, like Square Enix or Capcom, that's like, well, we need money.
I mean,
what are we
in
gonna
Square
farm
Enix's
out?
defense, though, they have been doing like final mixes and remasters and stuff for like long before.
I
it
think
started to
the
be
thing is
cool,
like
so-
they didn't. It wasn't something that they did with like a Eastern property. It was a Western property. Therefore, people are like, what's up with this? They're like reacting to it. Whereas it's like, yeah, it's kind of par for the course to have all these different versions of Kingdom Hearts or Final Fantasy or whatever, but we did not need a remaster of Tomb Raider or Sleeping Dogs. But then
Well, I
again,
guess
I guess
technically
they also
those
haven't
aren't
put a lot out
theirs,
in the last however
because-
many years to like what do they have to milk that's lying around? Because it's like 13.3 didn't sell that good, so they're like, well, that train's over.
oh, Deus Ex Human Revolution remastered.
Oh man, I would not mind that actually. So
that might happen.
See, yeah, like
Oh, they're remastering like Eidos's properties though, not their own. So,
yeah, that's the Eidos property.
because so is Tomb Raider and that other one or something.
Sleeping Dogs.
No, Sleeping Dogs is them, right? Or is
Yeah,
that
that was that.
Eidos too?
They bought it. It wasn't
Oh.
theirs
Yeah,
to
it was,
begin.
going to be Activision first, but then they're like,
Yeah.
that's okay.
Oh,
We don't have
Activision.
to crime
Activision.
Hong Kong.
How hasn't Activision jumped on something like this yet? That's
they only-
surprising.
That's a good question.
Well, they only have like Call of Duty, Spider-Man, the Blizzard stuff.
Oh,
Tony
my
Hawk.
God.
Like,
Did you
well,
see
they
that
had they
hilarious
had like the Tony Hawk
Activision
HD
sale?
stuff like a couple years ago. So
Oh, that was.
Well, I guess
Well, a lot of
they're-
people that loved Tony Hawk didn't like that
well, I
version.
didn't play it, so I don't know. So I'm just saying.
They said it wasn't the same.
Oh,
And that's
I
the
guess-
thing about remasters. You have to keep it the same. while making it look good. That's the only thing you have to do. If you do anything different, unless you
Although,
do something like like make the AI better or whatever, but if you
but then
change it,
would that really justify purchasing a new version of it then, though? If they're just
yeah,
making it look...
if you're a fan of it, I guess, or you're one of the
Oh,
people who've never played
no.
it
I mean,
and
yeah,
you're
if you never
willing to
played
buy
it, then I
the
can
new.
understand it. But it's like, if you've already played it, then it's like, what justifies you just buying a prettier version? This is why I haven't bought, like, the Kingdom Hearts HD thingies, because it's like, I already own all of them. So it's like, why am I going to just buy a prettier looking version of them? It's like, it doesn't make any sense.
Well, I
So,
guess there's also like the convenience thing, because like I bought the Sly and Ratchet one, so it's like, you know, I don't have to worry about lugging out my PS2 and just pop them in, and it's like, oh, it looks just the same and it plays just fine, and it's got trophies. Not that I'm a trophy whore, just saying.
wait, doesn't your PS3 is backwards compatible, though, isn't it?
I know RPG. I'm just saying. I don't. I mean, okay. Yeah. Good. Okay. That. I have two PS. Oh, back when I had two PS3s, and I was like not hooking up the other one because I was like, I'm going all digital. I don't have to worry about this anymore. So yeah.
Oh. That.
And I can just never pass up a good deal. And my brain is just programmed thanks to Steam and PSN sales. So you know, when it's such a low price, when it gets under that threshold, just like the Final Fantasy 10-2, I'm gonna get on Vita for $20 because
Don't do it! No! You're
it adds
you're
on. It adds on.
supporting it! No!
It adds on new content that's not in the
No!
original American version that I have. So yeah.
Do it. I did.
Don't,
I
don't
did
listen
for
to
40.
gamer.
I did for 40, and I have not even touched it yet.
This is what I'm talking about. What the hell, gamer? What the hell?
I support good products.
You're killing me. You are killing me.
Yeah, that's like Final Fantasy 10 is like one of my top 3 Final Fantasies. So of course I'm gonna be like, of course I can play it
See,
now.
that's the thing. If you're a fan, of course you're gonna get it.
No, because I'm a fan. It's Final Fantasy X is like my favorite Final Fantasy, and
You're
I
a
refuse
jaded
to buy it
fan.
because not
You
jaded.
like
I'm
the
just
series, but you're not liking
no,
it
because
enough.
Square Enix needs to get their act together. That's why it's not my
They are
fault.
getting
Gabe.
their act together. They're making part 3.
That's the opposite of getting their act together, gamer. Did they
Huh?
not learn it with 13? What happened with 13 when they did that? Why would they go down that same route with 10? Just, I would just write Square Enix off if they came out with a 10-3. I'd just be done with them completely. It's like, nope, that's it. I'm not buying any more of your stuff. I'm done with you. So
10-3?
I refuse. I refuse. If they ever did something like that, I'd just be done. Just be done. Just done. Because I mean, I already see that it's going to be inevitable that they're going to do the 13-3 trilogy like remaster in some way, shape, or form. So,
Oh my god! Don't say that. Oh my god! Don't
well,
say
you
that.
know what's coming. I mean,
I am not gonna buy that. Oh my god!
know what's
That's
happening.
ridiculous.
It's going to happen. So I mean, it's pretty much set up so it happens. They did it just like put them all on one console, and then there's going to be a next generation. So obviously, all we have to do is just upport it, and you know what? You got a trilogy right there. HD remaster waiting to happen. Yep.
Okay, so
And they already have a new engine for the current generation console, so it's right there waiting for them. Just stick it in there and be done with it.
So yeah, earlier I tweeted, I was like, Sleeping Dogs gets a definitive edition, question mark. I think this is just publishers polishing up last gen or older games for a quick buck on next gen, and I got some comments. So Oriole Fan was all, this one screams quick buck to me, same with Tomb Raider. The Last of Us, for example, makes sense since it was exclusive to Sony, and a lot of people playing it now never played it last gen. And then as far as Sleeping Dog, she was all like, I got it free through Plus too. I never bought any of the add-ons though. Thinking about this further, and even though I called it a cash grab, how is this any different than games that put out Game of the Year editions for $60? I'm guessing anyone who has wanted to play this already has. Sure, it will be prettier, but not $60 prettier, in my opinion. I think Square Enix will end up regretting this. And
Game of the
then,
Year editions are a bit different.
and then
though.
Tonic BH was all, it's worse because it keeps happening. It leads to two problems. People not buying older 360 PS3 versions for fear they end up buying the inferior version, and it just stagnates the gaming landscape when the new games, air quotes, are chrome-polished versions of games from yesterday, or yesteryear. We are about 2 years into a new generation. This is the period where new franchises should be coming out and wowing the general audience. This is a bad precedent. I think that's one thing that irks me on is just it's a bad precedent when you have like already and then like how far we are into this current gen, we have like all these games from last gen. They're like, oh, here's a new polished up version of it. $60. Oh.
Nope.
What were you saying about Game of the Year Editions RPG?
Well, I mean, it's a bit different with those because it's like they're not even like upporting them or anything. They're just giving you the game with all the stuff they sold you previously. So
Yeah.
it's not really it's just more of a complete edition
yeah.
than a remaster.
But
Yeah,
couldn't you consider the Sleeping Dogs Definitive Edition a complete game?
I guess kind of.
How did you say kind of?
But
Well,
it's
because it's still because I mean at the same time it's
I guess
still
it's like still like the original experience. It just has stuff added
Yeah.
on.
yeah, it's not,
That's kind of not essential to the experience. Like you don't need all that add-on stuff to play the original game the way it is and enjoy it.
this is also why I'm not like a huge fan of DLC.
yeah.
Like
You know,
this.
to be honest, like the DLC, it was enjoyable, but you don't need it at all to enjoy that game. The game by itself was awesome.
Man, I don't know. As technology got better, it just led to more shameless cash grabs. So it's like now they have all these things with complete editions and remasters and stuff because it's just I don't know. It's only gonna get worse with time. It's only gonna get worse.
Only going to get worse as RPG.
I'm just saying, it's true. I mean, it's already happening, and this generation's barely started. So,
I think if the price wasn't $60, it wouldn't irk me as much as it does. But since it is, it's like, well, nah, no, not happening. Like, you know, 'cause that's the reason I got like all my collections on, or the PS3 ones that I've gotten, because they've been cheap that I've been able to get. And I was like, oh man, I get like all these games on one disc. Heck yeah, cool. I'll totally take that.
I don't know. I guess $30 or $40 is a decent price, in my opinion, if they're gonna do stuff like this. But then, yeah, charging like full game price for it is just, oh, it just seems not nice. It's a little shifty. So,
I mean, they're gonna charge $60 for GTA 5, aren't they?
probably.
Oh,
Yeah, I was thinking about
that's
that.
weird
Sounds
because
like,
there's been like no DLC except for the online portion for the game.
Did they ever get
That's
that
a
one working?
weird
it
proposition.
feels so weird because it's like
Even though they are reworking the game a bit, like they're other than the upper res is like they're
actually, yeah, like if you look at the
Redoing the
there's, like,
textures and all that.
Digital Foundry video when they do
Yeah,
like,
the
side by side
foliage.
on the trailer, it's like they do add a lot in that game.
yeah.
So it's
So
not
it's
just
like the Last of Us remaster where they actually went through the game piece by piece and just redid everything. So I don't know. It's maybe we're just trying to define like between ports, shitty ports, and then actual remasters. Sort of like because like the HD stuff for PS3 was
Yeah, I was gonna
actually
say,
remasters, right?
if you
Because
look
like
at the
a lot of them
Prince of
perform
Persia
like
one was
shit.
terrible, but
Oh,
then
God, yeah.
I think the Splinter Cell one was terrible too. But there's also like really good ones like the
Kami, oh my god.
like the Shadow of the Colossus and Eco one. And so the
yeah,
other
some of the
ones,
enders
yeah,
except for the when it first came out, kind of shit.
before the patch.
Yeah, before the patch. Silent Hill HD, shit.
So that's the other thing is like even though you're like bringing out a game that's beloved and classic, or
But
if it's
to be
if
honest,
it's not too soon, like
that was $40.
Tomb Raider and Sleeping Dogs, like even if you do like
yeah.
bring out a game like and you're like touting it as it's totally remastered or whatever, you can still like not do it justice by doing a terrible port job. Because you're so blinded by the money. Oh.
I love money.
Well, RPG, I'm not surprised. Most people in the country you live in do.
Well, that's because yay capitalism.
I hate
Best
capitalism.
country ever. So what we should start doing now is like remastering all our podcasts and like
Selling them.
and then like releasing them. It's like It's like here's
Release them
episode
on
whatever
on the iTunes
remastered.
store, in the Android store for $1 each. Be like,
Yes.
with added content and laughter and awesomeness.
I get it.
Can make complete editions.
I get a guy's gonna put like 7.1 surround sound.
So we can come from everywhere. Yes.
Like, oh, RPG's on the right speaker, Traptical's on the left, Tekken's on the middle.
We could totally do that. That would be awesome. Yes. Yes.
All right, so I guess before we end the segment, does anybody have any like nominations for their instant classics from the current gen that need to be remastered in the next gen?
Metal Gear Solid 4.
Oh.
What? Why?
Because the screens, every time there's a chapter, it's kind of weird. Like, or the...
Oh yeah,
I mean, they did
fix
fix that, but there's still like that stupid loading screen where you have to press start. Because I've been playing, it's like you have to press start every time you go through like a door. It has to load. You have to press start, and then you have to play. Like,
oh, yeah, gamer, you're
that makes no
playing
fucking sense.
PlayStation Now, so well, I guess we'll wrap this and then we'll get your thoughts
Yeah.
on that, and then we'll do the news.
Yeah, Metal Gear Solid 4 remaster of that.
I would say, oh man, I'm not gonna do what you think I'm gonna do and be like Mass Effect. I would say Red Dead Redemption, just because that is like
Because you know you want Mass
that was the
Effect.
game.
Hey, what did you say?
that was like the game. When I played that game, I was like, this is it, man. This is like the be all end all of open world games, because it has like, you know, a living environment and you interact with it, and it's like, you know, you shoot the bird or you shoot the thingy and then it retracts the vultures, and then yeah, that's just so cool. And the story, man, that is like, oh, so good. Gets me every time. And the online co-op, yes, could be better.
Oh. Yeah, Mass Effect.
Really,
You would want Mass Effect?
Nope.
Oh.
Never. Don't they already have it? Like they've already re-released it before, haven't they?
Yeah.
On
The
PS3.
trilogy, yeah.
So
It wasn't
yeah.
remastered.
Was it only on PS3, the trilogy thing?
No, it was on PC and 360.
Oh, okay.
Hmm.
Plus, if you're the PC version, that's basically HD, right?
Yeah.
Mm.
Actually, maybe it was.
Oh, but man,
I have to look it up.
PC version's so good though. Like the multiplayer matches load in like a second
I know.
compared to like 15, 20 seconds of just like waiting. Half-Life 2, that's another good remaster. Take out the loading screens.
Any game I would want remastered would be from like the PlayStation era or something. It wouldn't even be from like a recent one. So
Like what?
yeah. Everything.
Final
Because
Fantasy 7,
I-
8, and 9?
you were fine until you said
They're
7.
getting there. They haven't done 6 yet, which is like there's some barrier they have to like break through.
Well, that's
or
because
something.
they haven't finished doing 4 yet. Because there's only like 6 versions of it. So
I thought they did 5 already.
no.
No?
I think they just released it on like a different platform, but they haven't like
Oh.
redone it. Like 4 has been redone various times. So I'm just waiting for that one to get announced for a remaster for the PS4 or something now. So it's gonna happen.
Wait,
It's gonna
which one did you say?
4,
Okay. Wait,
the one that has like 12 versions.
why? Whatever. I'm not even gonna ask. Whatever. All right. So now that we've
Well, no, I'm not saying I wanted to. I'm just saying that's what's gonna happen.
okay, which game do you want in RPG? Because clearly, PS3 360 era was just not good enough for you.
I didn't say that. I mean, why would I need remasters of?
You may not have
Games
been
that,
saying
like-
RPG, but from the way you're sitting in your hater pants, I can just tell. That's what
Because
you're
I
thinking.
want older games to be remastered? That doesn't make any sense. That doesn't make any sense. I'm just saying there's like games from like the PS and the PS2 era that would probably be better off being revamped or something.
Well,
Wild
But-
Arms.
Oh my god, that would be awesome.
Favorite.
It is my favorite. Man, if they were able to do that on the PS4 and oh my god. Oh my god.
so if we never
There you go,
got-
$60 from RPG. Remake. Well,
RPG, would you be okay with paying $60 for that?
For what? Like a I mean, well, the thing is because how long ago it came out, they would have to like build it from the ground up to do it. So,
Oh, good point.
yeah, yeah, because they'd have to be all, then they'd have to add voice actors and all that other stuff too. They'd have to just pretty much redo the entire game. So,
I guess we see
although
Rise
I
isn't
don't
done all the
think,
time.
although I think they're busy making crap now, so they can't do that.
Who's the
'Cause
company that released that?
Media Vision, the ones who are doing the Xenoblade Chronicles crap now and stuff, or not Media Vision, Monolith.
See, it's
They
funny. Like
both
thinking about this is like
somewhere around the same-
my retro modern brain starts kicking in. Like, man, there's still like I agree with RPGs. Like, I still think there's like stuff on like PS2 era I'd like to see brought to PS3 or like even beyond that. It's just you can just go so far back and like just build something from the ground up and be like, all right, dudes, we made it even more awesome, even though we just we went beyond just making the graphics better and like make it awesome.
Man, now that I think about it, it'd be great if they could just redo Xenosaga
Oh
and
man,
then just finish the
just
dance.
label it. Just label it Xenosaga, not episode 1, 2, and 3. Just like one title, Xenosaga.
Yeah.
And then just do
It'll
a
take you
game.
100 hours to beat the game,
Man,
and they won't censor it because it makes no sense with the censoring.
I know that did
Blood,
make like
the blood scene,
no sense.
just what? But yeah, that would that would be great. So Xenosaga, because I mean they already have voices, so don't worry about that. Unless you have to pay the actors for their time.
I mean, if they just brought back the original ones and like skipped the ones that were in 2, because I mean, that was
Yeah.
not that great anyway. Then they could just have them do all of their whole thingy, and that'd be fine. Just dub over it. It's like we fixed it, and then maybe they'll get inspired to finish the series.
Like, you know what this Xenoblade Chronicles needs? Better gameplay.
Among other things. So many other things.
what was so bad about Xenoblade Chronicles RPG?
Don't even get me started,
Oh,
Tekken.
okay, never mind
Tekken,
then.
don't even get me started.
Like we were saying last week, when you're making a game from a series, you just gotta keep the fans happy. Guess RPG wasn't very happy. Well, I remember he wasn't happy because he was not very happy when he talked about that game. But yeah.
And someone should just remake like from N64 like Blast Core. Especially like the graphics these days, like oh man, buildings crumbling. Oh my god.
Well, since Microsoft doesn't really have very anything besides nothing, that's kind of hard gamers. Or they're just like a shell of their former awesomeness.
Didn't they like lay off recently because of like poor sales from Connect
I
thing?
think they got rid of their entertainment division, that one with the TV and crap.
Oh.
But it's like it's their own fault though, because they're not utilizing any of their anybody that's under them. Like, what's Rare been doing since they've been bought?
I think like Tekken's right. They're like a shell. They're like most of the people that worked on the games before that we love. It's like they're gone. They're somewhere else.
Microsoft.
Yeah, just like Infinity Ward, in name only. Or a lot of EA studios that got the axe. Pour one out, pandemic. Oh man.
Was EA still doing
Mercenaries.
that,
Why?
Mercenaries 2 sucked, but Mercenaries 1,
Yeah.
oh man, so good.
Wait, is EA still doing like that partners thing that they?
No, they
Doing
dropped
before?
that.
Oh, good job.
Which is weird because like now you see like the big publishers, they're not really doing anything different. Like Ubisoft at least has like their not indie stuff, but like their smaller studios like Valiant Heart, like that release like Valiant Hearts and Child of Light.
Yeah.
Like they got that thing going, but like EA and Activision don't really have that arm. Like Activision released Transformers, the recent game, which was complete garbage. Like
Like
they only have that, and they only have
The
that.
reason
and
with
Call of
Activision
Duty.
is like they're so beholden to their shareholders, or they're under like so much pressure that they can't not make money. Like they have to make a profit on every game.
Like oh
It's
no,
all Call of
yeah, they
Duty's
released
fault.
Spider-Man. Forgot about that.
Oh.
Ugh. I don't know. I feel like so sad about these big companies. Like they can't do anything else because they're public.
I don't feel sad for them. I feel sad for the people that work for them.
It's true,
And I'm
because they're
like,
the ones
well,
that have to suffer.
there's always Kickstarter. So whenever some Unsung Story or Amplitude comes out, I'm like, all right, let's hope this is awesome.
I don't know about that, man. Still haven't got the second act of Broken Age. Like,
I know, gamer, but there's still hope. Gotta have hope. Gotta have hope.
I still haven't got my final version of Republic, but I will get. Oh my god, yeah, Kickstarter, because like I'm getting Dreamfall chapters. It's gonna be a long journey, but whatever.
It's a long bird. Yeah, that's the problem with Kickstarter is like, a year or however many, or I guess like over the months or years or whatever that like we've been talking about it, like it could be awesome, it could not be awesome. It's turning out to be, well, it depends. It could go either way. So
Yeah.
who knows? But it's a risk worth taking if it's awesome. So like, wait, was Broken Age kickstarted?
Yeah.
Or not Broken Age, but there's some other game. It's like Final Fantasy Tactics, but on Steam.
Final Fantasy
one.
Tactics.
It's a medieval.
Banner Saga?
That one, was that kickstarted?
Yeah.
Okay, well, I bought it on Steam, so I haven't played it yet. But as long as we just keep on letting people make awesome games, they will make awesome games for us.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
'Cause Amplitude, I got that, and then
Oh
I'm
man,
sure it'll be on
I
some.
bought that.
Holding out hope for, and I'm pretty sure Unsung Story will. So yeah, it's just a matter of time. It's just to wait and see. I mean, they're on Valve time. If you get a Kickstarter, it's like it's done when it's done. But your dreams and your hopes you will put into the game, and the people making the game will be like, we have these people's hopes and dreams. We cannot let them down, and then it'll be awesome. But that was extremely weird and not a good segue. But whatever, man. So yeah. PlayStation Now gamer, what were your thoughts on it?
It works. It's basically, if you've ever watched like a YouTube video, like full screen, like 1080p, like the max bitrate you can go. It looks like that when you're playing. Like you can still see like the compression and all that, but like fluidity, like it feels like if you're playing a Vita game, like through your PS4, like using the Vita version, the Vita screen. If your play feels like that, but a bit faster. Like you could still tiny bit, like it's there, but it's like it's not a hindrance to the actual game. So, like I was able to shoot with Snake, no problem. So yeah, it works, but the pricing is a bit weird at the moment. It's like 4 hours is $3, and then 7 days is like $5 or $8, and then a month is $2 more. So that's kind of weird because like if 7 days costs $8 and 30 days costs 10, why would you, unless you're planning to like beat the game? 7 days option is probably the best one. Like I think of it like the blockbuster models, like if $5-6 for a week, yeah, I have no problem. But like the 30 days and the 90-day options are just ridiculous. It makes no sense, whatever. But like the 4-hour option, I don't know who the hell. Unless you're paying, unless it's free or 50 cents or something, or even like a quarter, it makes sense. But like $4, that's stupid.
That is kind of stupid.
And but yeah, it works. I'm like most interested in seeing how it performs on the Vita because that's where it makes more sense. Because like I have a PS4 in my room, so it's like I don't know. Maybe it works for people who haven't played PS3 games, but I don't know. I guess
I think that's what it is. It's like it's like we can't have backwards compatibility, but we can try this and see if it's gonna, or like see how the community reacts to it.
yeah, it is kind of weird though because like they were demoing like God of War Ascension and Last of Us on it, but yet they're not there on the store.
Not yet, gamer. It's only in beta. Gotta hold the big guns off for the release.
Do you?
And there's a whole Last of Us Remastered Edition. They don't want to like cannibalize sales. So
It was but it was kind of satisfying to like load up MGS4 without installing it. Like it was just like press play. Oh, I'm playing the game. Like no need to go through all that bullshit. Him smoking that cigar like cigarette like 15 times.
But
It
didn't
was
they
satisfying.
like give you plot summaries and stuff during that?
Yeah, but yeah, you won't need it because the game is still uncomprehensible,
It's
complex.
true.
Like I was playing it like there was a cinematic for like 15 minutes. I was like, wow, I forgot the cinematic. In this
How
game.
long these cutscenes are?
How long cutscenes were? I was like, holy
Yeah, I
shit.
was gonna make a YouTube video of like, I was gonna use like the 4 hour rental and just be like, okay, how much gameplay can I get out of Metal Gear Solid 4 if I don't skip cutscenes? And like that was gonna be the video.
None. Like the
Well,
opening
supposedly,
cinematic itself would be your entire run.
if you do a speed run of it, you could beat it within a couple hours if you know what you're doing.
I was just about to say, how the hell? Because I think I beat it in like 21.
Because like there's
So
a trophy, right, for beating it under a certain amount of time under what Big Boss?
I don't think it was a trophy. They didn't have
Difficult?
trophies in
They patched
Metal Gear
it.
Solid.
Yeah.
They patched
Oh,
it.
Ew!
Yeah.
Ew!
So it was kind of interesting because like I got a trophy when I played, um, and then I didn't know how I would sync it. So when I went to the sync option, the bar came up to sync it, and I was like, "Oh my god! If you're under 4 hours, you better like fucking do it fast." Because it took like what 5 minutes? Because like I had to sync every trophy to that virtual system, whatever. I don't even know how it handles like game saves because like I have a game save on a separate cloud that's different from the cloud I have now, and I don't know if it's transferring or not. So I have to figure out because I think it. Oh yeah, my time ran up already, so I have to figure out if I go on my PS3 if I'm able to load that save that I used on the cloud version. So that's gonna be interesting to see. It's confusing, but yeah, it works. I'm more interested in seeing like take away like the PS3 demos from my download list and just like every demo on the PlayStation Store. You just press a button
Oh,
and
that's what it
just
should be. Yeah,
loads up a demo. Like no problem.
that'd be awesome.
I hope that's the future because that would
'Cause I don't even play games
calm
anymore.
down this. But yeah, it works.
Alrighty. So, does anybody else have anything to add to the remaster thingy or PlayStation Now before we move on to the news?
Just remaster everything. Because it's gotten to this point where it's hardly gonna happen anyway, so just do it. Just do it. Although, I don't know, I feel like
I
guess,
guess
like-
I think there's like some. I think you like eventually you will reach a limitation of like. I mean, can you really remaster a 2D game like Super Mario Brothers 3? It will
well, I
always
was just
look
about to
that
say
way.
in when it comes to like remastering stuff, I feel like if you're gonna do it, then just go all in and like just build the game from the ground up. Make it worth my time to invest into buying it and everything. If you're gonna remaster it, don't just give me something with a shiny coat of paint.
You mean like Type Zero, sort of?
Well, I don't. Well,
Because
since I
they are
don't know
redoing
what
the
it's
game. It
gonna
looks
look-
drastically
Well, they don't have a
different.
choice because it's a PSP to the PS4. There's no way they can just put that on there and be like, "Yep, here, have the game." It's not going to work for them. So,
Is
they don't
the
have a
new
choice.
remake for Resident Evil? Is that what do you call it? You know what? Never mind. I was about to say something stupid. Sorry.
But now I want to hear it.
Oh wait, no. The question is it downloadable only, or
Yeah.
retail?
That I don't.
It's digital, I think.
Oh, okay, okay. So maybe it'll be cheap. So yeah, you know that's not maybe yeah. Kudos for them if it's like what $15.
Yeah, it won't be that cheap. Let me just put a kibosh on that one right there. But nice try though. Nice try, gamer.
So yeah, I guess we can start off the news with that. So Resident Evil, the remake as it's called, that was released on the GameCube back in whenever, I don't know, 2000 something, and then it was ported to the the Wii later on after the Wii was like on fire. We need games for this. Is now getting a remastered version. coming sometime next year in 2015. We don't know when, but we know it's coming to PC, PlayStation 3, PlayStation 4, Xbox 360, and Xbox One. So all consoles and PC. And it's going to have, better stuff, graphics.
Better stuff. Really? That's what we're going with?
Well, it's weird because Gabriel was saying, they changed the whatchamacallit.
If you're playing in widescreen, because they give you two options. You could play it originally 4:3, or you play it in 16:9. But the 16:9 version is weird. It's very weird.
But yeah, we'll see what they show us, if they show us anything at TGS or before it comes out. But I would still say don't hold your breath for a Resident Evil 2 getting this treatment, or Resident Evil 3, or any of the other ones that are not already made like this one.
Yeah, it would be kind of weird if they did the remake too, and it looks so much better than one. It's like, what was the point of doing one?
Because money, gamer. Money.
Mm.
Alright, then we got the announcement of Assassin's Creed Rogue,
Yes!
God,
The game
man.
nobody wanted.
which is weird because we already had Assassin's Creed announced for Unity, which was on next-gen consoles, but now we have Rogue, which is on PS3 and 360.
Well, they had already said they were gonna do one for the previous gen console.
yeah, I
They
forgot
just
that.
Yeah.
like,
It was like
just
codename
announced
Comet.
what it was. Yeah.
It's
They were like,
weird.
our fans out because we like money.
Super weird because you play
like-
a Templar who, I mean,
Who
you
was an
play an
assassin.
assassin, who
becomes a
defects to the Templar side
Yeah.
and hunts down assassins. It's like, what?
He's doing it all wrong. That's not how Assassin's Creed works at all.
So it's basically like Hatham?
Oh yeah, that would be like him, wouldn't it?
Wait, was Hatham an assassin?
He was.
Yeah.
Because if I'm not mistaken, because that's the only
That's how you
reason
start.
why.
That's when you start with like the hidden blade.
What's his face?
Thanks for spoiling for Game and Gosh.
Oh my god. Oh, the first 3 hours of the game, I'm spoiled.
I know, right?
It took 3 hours for the tutorial, seriously. I'm not joking.
That was pretty long. Oh, that's weird too. That was like, it's like, wait, this isn't the guy they've been advertising. What is going on here?
I'm just like,
Wow, I didn't
It's
get
like
through the
Kingdom
tutorial.
Hearts
That's
2 all
sad.
over again.
That just tells you how burnt out I was on Assassin's Creed. I didn't even get through the tutorial. I was like, dude, I can't do this anymore. This is
I'm
kinda
just
boring.
like perplexed. Like, why would you release 2 games at almost the same time? Like, just give one some room and then release the other one.
well,
like,
it's because
They're on different platforms,
they're
though, gamer.
exclusive to the platforms they're on, so it's not an issue. They're generation exclusive.
But the story is
let's
supposed to be
see-
important.
let's
RPG,
see-
shouldn't you want to
No,
play through the whole
because the
series?
Rogue
and-
is supposed to happen in between 3 and 4, so it's moot. It's not
No,
even
they
important.
said it gives like insight on what's his face
See, you don't even know his name because it's moot.
on the
Doesn't
guy in
even matter.
4.
No one even cares because why would you care?
The thing is, if this takes between 3 and 4, does this mean take it between 3 and 4 in like the real time
Both,
version?
to answer your
This makes
question,
no
probably
goddamn
both.
sense.
because time travel.
Because they always have a part when you're outside the machine.
So it probably takes place between 3 and 4. Well, he's outside it
Oh
and
my
inside
God.
the machine. I mean, it can work both ways. It could have been like, hey, we forgot to tell you this one time that happened when you were outside during that one time, and this is how that game went. And then it causes this whole
Or what
giant
if-
flashback.
I'll be like laughing my ass off if you're like playing the real world version, whatever, and you're seeing the guy that's playing 4 walking around hacking shit while you're like hacking his shit in 4. Like, oh
That-
god,
that would
this is
be
so stupid. Oh my god, whatever. I'm still like,
And wait, since they always go back to the ancestors of whoever the hell's line it is at this point, I don't even remember. But is this gonna be like that new guy's thingy, his ancestor / Templar thingy assassin?
Are you talking about the
Oh.
French guy?
it's...
No, the
Oh wait,
it
this,
had to
yeah,
be
this
the
is
guy.
a different
Because
guy.
the guy in 4 was related, wasn't he, to Desmond?
Yes.
Well,
I'll look it up. I mean, I'll look up his name since we can't remember his name.
Oh, wait,
well,
no, he wasn't.
what happened after 3?
yeah.
Because they had to, because of stuff that happened at the end of 3, they probably had to replace Desmond. 'Cause,
Yeah, they couldn't use him. Yeah, no,
So-
they had to use someone else that was like close by. Right?
They're
or
like, hey,
has
you
some relation
guy.
to assassins. Oh
Yeah.
god, so oh my god.
It's gotten pretty
Edward
convoluted.
Kinway, that's the Assassin's Creed 4 character.
Okay, yeah, Kenway.
But yeah,
It says he's the
That's-
grandfather of Assassin's Creed 3 protagonist Rotan Hakatin. I'm pronouncing that wrong, probably.
you probably are, but it's fine. It's close enough.
Oh, Connor.
That guy, yeah, Connor. His American name. That
That's
Well,
weird.
his-
He's
his
related to a
Afro-American.
Native American. That's kind of weird.
is it though?
Oh
Is
no,
it?
because he was a
Because-
son of. Oh god,
'Cause
whatever.
his dad's
This is all
white.
going over my head. Like, oh god,
Genetics are very weird.
Assassin's
that-
Creed Bloodlines.
they
Not to
already
mention-
had the game
I know.
on PSP, which was terrible.
It's funny, I was thinking when I saw the trailer that the dude that he was shooting looked like Altair. Kinda. Sorta.
But that would mean he would
Dead
survive because
Just-
Altair was killed. Nah, I'm gonna spoil. Fuck.
Well, not to mention, well, for one, Altair is like his whole thing took place like long before then anyway, so he wouldn't have been able to.
It could have been his ancestor.
Could have been, maybe,
Oh man,
or his descendant.
I'm just disappointed. It's like they're still keeping the same tried and true assassin gameplay. Like at least like make something else, because it's a different game anyway. So do
Yeah,
something Templar-ish. Like have it be like
Templar-ish.
more about politics, money.
Make it like a civilization sim or something.
He's an ex-assassin though. So he's
See,
most
but that's stupid. It's like it's who's assassin? Ooh, so he plays assassin again.
but that
then-
explains why he knows how to do assassin stuff.
Plays
But
a
then
Templar.
Why though? Why even bother with the game?
Or maybe it's
'Cause
like half assassin, half Templar, and like later on you like do all the Templar stuff.
My question is how this even ties into the series? Because like, what's the point? Is my question. What's the damn?
Maybe it's gonna be like Liberation, where Liberation had that very brief scene with 3.
Man, they really just.
I
stopped-
gotta. Oh man. Go ahead.
What? No, I'm
Just
saying.
stop
Like,
making the series, or at least stop dry. Like, what was that? Milking the teat.
well, now they're doing annual ones, so it's becoming Call of Duty-ish at this point.
It's even
so,
worse. It's like 2 titles in a year. That's
yeah,
bad.
it's gotten to that point. So
I kind of feel bad for the development team that's making that. Like, they're trying their hardest to make a really awesome game. It's gonna be overshadowed by Unity. 'Cause Unity is like the hot shit.
because it's the continuation of the series. This other one's just a pre-sequel.
Yeah.
Pre-sequel, that's the thing now. Thanks, Borderlands.
Oh yeah, I know, right?
Is Borderlands made by Gearbox?
Not the
No,
new one.
not
It's
the
2K
pre-sequel.
Australia or something.
Oh,
Austin, or-
wow, really?
You didn't know that, gamer?
I did not know. I thought about it. I thought it
Oh
was
man,
Gearbox.
let me look it up. It's
Because Gearbox isn't so hot right now, so
Why would they do?
they made a shitty game.
Well, then, I guess that answers that.
that was great. You're talking about aliens or something else, gamer.
Yes, I'm talking about
Of course, he's talking about aliens second. How else would he be talking about?
Which is like, did you talk about it last week that they're getting sued?
I think we mentioned it. I don't think we talked about it in depth.
Which is hilarious because they want to get out of the suit.
Oh wait, no, we didn't talk about it. But yeah, it's by 2K Australia,
Oh, okay.
and Gearbox is like helping, but they're not the main people on it. So
Are you guys gonna pick that up?
no, because they already mentioned that they might bring it to the next gen. So I was like, well, now that you already mentioned it, I'll just hold
It is
out.
on PC, right?
Yeah,
So just get it on PC.
maybe if it's cheap enough during the Steam sale, gamer. Maybe it's
Yeah,
cheap enough.
yeah.
But we all know how my Steam backlog just tends to just pile up
Sit
and
there.
not stop. Yeah, just sit there and not get played. It's amazing. But I keep on buying them. I don't know what's wrong with me. Actually, there's nothing wrong with me. I can stop anytime I want. So yeah.
You say that, but
So we just got off our whole Kickstarter tangent, and Wasteland 2 has been delayed and is now likely to launch in September. It was
Jesus.
supposed to be coming out this month in August, but when you raise over almost $3 million on a Kickstarter to fund the game,
Is that early access as well?
yeah, it's on Steam. I'm not sure if it's in
Okay.
early access though. It might be. I'm not sure. But yeah, we'll see if it comes out next month, I guess. But you know, I'll be playing Destiny, so I won't be. I won't really care by then. So
Will that be your next Mass Effect-ish
Yep.
game?
most likely,
Like,
unless it's just,
until eternity,
Unless-
until the next Mass Effect comes out.
I was about to just say that gamer is like, you know, well, since they're going to be supporting it for 10 years, Game Rev, you know, I could wait however long it takes until the next Mass Effect game comes out. So yeah. And apparently, Bioshock is coming to the iOS, so you know, if you want to pay for a,
And so it begins.
it's not a remaster of the RPG.
Yet.
That's like
That's why I said
like
so it begins.
it's like I gotta come up with a word for that when they like take something that's awesome and make it less awesome by putting it on a tablet.
D-Master?
Yes. A D-Master.
Yeah, there was that awesome thread on the forum. They were just demastering like newer games, like Last of Us on PS1. It looked pretty awesome.
I saw that. So yeah, there's Xbox One bundles. There's a
Ugh.
Madden one coming for $3.99, and then there's also going to be a Sunset Overdrive one.
Yep. It's gonna be
Yes.
white.
I'm totally gonna not buy that.
Yeah, I saw the Madden one in the ad, and I was like, you know, they're still sticking to their dude bro roots because you know they haven't really changed. They just tried to fool you. Sports TV Connect.
They're still your homeboys. It's like, you still love us, right, dude? Yeah, bro. Yeah, bro. So, I'll just get a Wii U instead. They already make white ones of those.
I thought they stopped making white ones.
Well, then, now I can't get a Wii U.
Oh wait, maybe you're right. I think they stopped making something, but Nintendo's in a bad spot right now.
They've been
Oh.
in a bad spot for a while, gamer. They lost like $500 million. I was like, wow, Nintendo, that's embarrassing.
Well, what did you expect to happen? So, you know.
We all knew it was coming RPG because it was like, I'm not buying a Wii U, and you're like, I'm not buying a Wii U. Tropical was like, I'm not buying a Wii U. Gamer's like, I bought a Wii U. So
Tropical bought one.
yeah,
Yeah,
after
now.
E3 when they're like, we got games, dude. They're not out yet, but if you want to believe, you can. And I was like, I've been down this road before, and I'm not going to end up
That's
sleeping on the
like-
couch again. So not happening.
He says, looking at his dusty Wii.
Sorry, are you excited
About what?
about Digimon All-Star Rumble coming out on Xbox 360 and PS3, November
No.
11th?
Just no.
Oh, okay.
Is that still a thing?
I want the other Digimon game that they have. That's the RPG one, not the fighting game.
Oh, I see.
They're doing it all wrong. They're doing it all wrong. Damn it, Namco, Bandai, if that's you, or Bandai, Namco, whatever the hell you're going by now. That.
Let's see. Oh, No Man's Sky coming to PC as well, so it's only a time exclusive on PS4. So you know,
Oh no! Although technically that still makes it exclusive to the PS4 because the Xbox isn't getting it.
No, it's like they want to get it on there, but since they're a very small team, it's like they can't really devote that much time to a different version that will perform much inferior.
What he's trying to say is, it sucks, but he's being nice about it.
Hey man, No Man's Sky, it's gonna be awesome.
I'm trying to find the stupid story that was like the big news this weekend. Like, I guess I somehow missed over it, or not missed over it, skipped over it. But just give me a second. I know it's here somewhere. But essentially, it's that Evolved has been delayed until next year. So you know, yet another one bites the
That's
dust.
Which is
2015 dudes,
hilarious
2015,
because
believe.
this YouTube guy was like, he posted a video of how, oh, it's so awesome. And then it was the same day it was delayed. Like, what was the point?
Maybe it wasn't as awesome as he said it was.
February. That's when it's been delayed to. I found it.
Yeah, a lot of the people that play the alpha were like, it's awesome, but for like the first couple matches, and then it's just the same thing over and over again.
Yeah, I was wondering about that because like eventually it is just gonna be.
Kill the monster. Oh.
Yeah. Because
Just like the same thing
Left
over
4
and over.
Dead was awesome because it's like it's just you and three other guys against the AI. It's like, and it changes every time, right?
Yeah.
So it's like that's cool every time. But like if you're going against a guy who's playing a monster and that's your goal, is just to kill a monster. Yeah, they need to make it. They probably need to put more objectives in that game.
Yeah. Because otherwise, it will just be essentially just team deathmatch over and over again. Except one of them is a one-person team.
One man team. Let's beat up on the one man team. That can turn into that can grow into a giant monster.
Makes me sad. Because it had such promise. Just like that other game that's similar to it, but I forgot the name of it because it's not evolved. So,
Oh, was it Crisis?
one.
Was it Crytek's The Hunt? Whatever.
is that what it was called?
I don't. There's
It
so
was
many.
one with the giant
So
robot.
many.
So, that one.
I didn't even know there was another one like evolved. So yeah.
It was, as
This
a matter of
is
fact, it
news
was
to me.
announced. It was announced like around the same time, and that's why I got overshadowed. Because then people were comparing it to it in the first place. Because they're like, "Oh, you get one person gets to be this giant robot thing against 4 players," and everybody's like, "This sounds just
What?
like Evolved."
Giant
Yeah.
robots.
Robot.
I didn't know about this game. I need to know
forgot-
about this game now.
I forgot the name of it though, so I can't. That won't do you any good. I'm sorry. But it's like
Oh.
similar to Evolve.
Oh.
Just look up Evolve and then similar
You haven't
games.
seen my
It'll
Google
pop up in
Fu in
there, too.
action RPG. After my... What was that name of that game that you made me look up and it was craziness I found?
I don't know.
The weird
Monster
beta rubbing
Monkeys?
game?
Oh yeah,
Monster Monkeys, yes! After that, I've been polishing up not to have weird stuff happen to me, so, you know.
Is Monster Monpiece the one you have to rub the Vita?
Yeah.
Yes, that would be the one.
I was about to buy that.
Oh, gamer.
I have no idea. What's the other game you're talking about?
I know, because that's how buried it got once Evolved happened. Because everybody's like, yeah, no one cares about whatever this is. 'Cause I think it was from like a different studio that wasn't the Left 4 Dead studio. So everybody was just focused on that one. But I can't remember. It was
Is it a
announced at the same time.
Is it a big studio that's doing it or a
I don't
small
think
one?
so. That's
Oh.
the problem. I think it was a smaller studio, so they got overshadowed.
But yeah, this basically means, yet again, when this happens, that early 2015 is stacked now, because we have
Yeah,
Arkham
February.
City,
God.
we have
Well,
Water
Arkham City,
1886, we
Arkham
have
Knight
Evolve.
doesn't have a date yet, does it?
It's Nick
I think
Gamer.
I'm pretty sure they mentioned February for it before.
Gamer, I will rage if that game is not out before April, and I will let Rocksteady know on Twitter every day. I'll be like, hey guys, guess what day it is? I don't know, it doesn't matter because your game's not out yet. It's not.
You know they're just gonna block you.
But then I'll go to the internet and be like, guess what, dudes? Rocksteady blocked me on Twitter, but that doesn't mean I can't upload a vlog to my YouTube channel, and I'm upset because the game's not out yet, and I've been waiting. I've been waiting for a year. I've been waiting for
dear.
over a year. And you can just look at my videos on my channel and see how much I play this game and how much I love this game. And the last one was even from them, I loved it so much. And everybody wanted to hate on it. And I have to fit in it. And I was like, hey dudes, it ain't that bad. Ubisoft Montreal, I mean, yeah, it wasn't no Rocksteady joint, but it was good enough. And you should all get over it. And I'm ready for this one. And it ain't out yet. What the F? Rocksteady, what the F? And just go on rants on a daily basis or something.
Jeez, someone is desperate.
I know.
I need a hit gamer. I need my next fix. Mass Effect 3's almost over me. I got nowhere else to go.
You have one more month until Destiny, so just hold your horses.
More serious.
What if he runs through the entire content of Destiny within like a week?
Well, he's going to. I mean, it's
What is
gonna
he gonna
happen.
do? What is he gonna do?
It's called post-game stuff to do. Destiny's like,
Yeah, did you hear about that though?
There's
The
stuff-
raids?
yes, that looks pretty crazy if it is true. Like 6 people going into a dungeon area and clearing it. Oh, I'm.
It's not
signing
about
up.
that. It's like supposedly it takes like hours to
Oh,
complete.
I didn't see that where it's like hours taking, but I don't care if it's
And
there.
you
I will
could,
do it.
and the thing is, there is no matchmaking. It can only be with friends.
Yeah, with strike teams, so you have to join a
Yep.
clan. Or
that's-
hope your friends are
well,
awesome.
I mean, you want to play with your friends anyway, wouldn't you? So,
Unless they're in the Crucible, F that crap. Ugh.
unless they're in the Crucible,
No, thank you.
there is that.
Oh, we even have a date, February 10th, 2015, for Evolved. So,
Yeah.
Yes.
It's the same month as Witcher 3 and The Order.
Oh, dudes. Dudes. Well, I didn't care about Evolved anyway, so sorry, Turtle Rock Studios. I need. Oh man, see, that's why I need to play through Destiny, so I can rush through that and then start The Witcher finally, and then play through the first two, and then by February I'll be ready for the third one.
Will you be ready? Will you?
I might not be RPG. We'll see. I've been trying to get around to that game, but Mass Effect 3. Oh, I tell ya, quest for the best. What was I thinking? Never playing online multiplayer again until Destiny comes out. It sucks me in yet again.
Will it? Will it suck you in?
Probably. It's already sucked me in. Actually, I'm just holding back. You can't tell. But there was a Nintendo Direct about Hyrule Warriors on August 4th. I haven't watched it yet, so I'm not sure what was in it. But there's probably some Hyrule Warrior stuff. So yay, Wii U owners.
It's kind of weird that people are actually like hyped up for this game. It's like, wow, they're hyped up for a Muso game.
I think it's because I was hyped up just.
It could
'cause
it just
looked good
because of the
visually.
license.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because you just run around as Zelda characters and fight stuff.
I'm gonna
'Cause
buy
I
it.
mean, well, we know that gamer. It's not.
It was
It's
a
not
great excuse
news.
plot waiting to happen, and it did.
Well, I mean, Dynasty Warrior type games are fun as long as you only play them like one every few years or something,
Yeah,
instead of every year when they're released.
yeah. I like the licensed ones because like I played Fist of the North Star one, and that was pretty fun. Like I wasn't bothered by the mindless action.
I don't know because I played like the Gundam demo and it was kind of slow. I think it's
slow.
because they
Oh,
were
the
giant
type of game.
robots.
Yeah.
So it's like, yeah, this doesn't work very well for what Dynasty Warriors is. So, yeah. Yeah.
All right, so we have some. It could be a big thing, but right now we don't really know. With the whole Twitch is implementing YouTube-like system for blocking copyrighted audio, so 30-minute chunks will be just stripped out of your highlights or streams.
It's
So if
only
you're
for
alright-
it's only for VOD.
Or your
Like
highlight
if
videos.
for streams, it's fine.
For
but
now,
for, like, yeah.
gamer. Me and RPG were talking about this before the podcast. You don't know what crazy quantum black box technology they have in working on over there in Silicon Valley to be like in real time. They just come into your stream and be like beep over your audio, and it's like, hey, I'm streaming here. They don't care. They want that money, or you can't use that stuff without their rights. So yeah, step up off them and stuff.
So weird. It seems like the Google bio was true after all.
Yep.
So
Going to be more and more likely. There was the annotations thing, and now there's this, and it's just a matter of time. Well, we might never get the details, but it's pointing. My magic 8-ball says it looks like this is happening, dudes. So yeah.
Dun dun dun.
Apparently, you can export your Diablo 3 save from Xbox 360 or PlayStation 3 to Xbox One or PlayStation 4, as long as you're going from the past to the future and not the other way around. So if you're like, oh man, I was loving my Diablo 3, let me get this Xbox One version of the Ultimate Evil Edition, and on either console, and move my character over, you can totally do that. Oh, also Twitch news, they're dropping their Save Forever feature, but you can still archive highlight clips. So
what's weird? I never knew a feature like that existed.
I didn't either.
I
just
never
didn't
saw
delete
it.
my stuff. I didn't delete my
It
stuff.
automatically deleted my stuff. Like if it was like old enough, it would delete it right away.
See, I
Maybe
didn't-
because I got no views, but whatever.
See, I didn't. Okay, so okay. Is that like on the highlight videos or is that on the archive stuff?
It was on the
'cause I thought-
archive
'cause I thought-
stuff.
'cause I thought the highlight stuff stayed there forever. So
Yeah, highlight stuff saved there forever. Is that the one they're talking about?
yeah.
Oh.
Well, actually, no.
shit.
I think it's the archive stuff. I'm not really sure, but like I was looking at it and I was like, So does that mean my videos are on there? They've been on there forever. Just gonna start getting dropped off. I'm not sure. I still don't know how.
Yeah,
how
the new
it works.
terms is like everything will be saved for 2 weeks. After that, they're deleted.
Oh wait, no. It says the highlights still stay on there forever. So
Oh, highlights still stay. Okay, so it says
you can
archives.
still like put the whole thing up there and then just chop. Oh no, yeah, chop it up. So But I'm usually pretty good on my Twitch on my streams of like getting them from my stream to my YouTube before that would happen anyway. So I'm not too worried.
Like, I'm not one of those people that use the video on demand thing, except for like, if it's for like speed runs. But I just use Twitch for like live streams, so to watch.
I don't really watch as much as I broadcast. So
Yeah.
I kind of do, but not nearly as much as I broadcast. So
Oh, we know. Oh, we know. Dear God, we know.
hey man, if you got it, use it. Share button for the win all day, every day.
I guess.
Speaking of the share button, it might be one of the contributing factors to why the PlayStation outsold Xbox 3-1 in the first quarter of 2014, according to the Sony financials. So, we don't know how many or which platform, but, PlayStation 3-1, it's like, oh, who's on top now? Yeah, in your face, Microsoft, in your face. TV Sports, Connect.
Maybe 3-1. Is that the Metal Gear Solid news?
No, this is the...
No, that was just the console sales.
Oh.
Financial.
Oh, yeah, that was news too. Like, Ground Zero sold 3-1 in favor of PS4.
Oh, I didn't know that. Do we get...
Which is sad because a demo sold that much. And I'm part of the problem because I bought it twice.
I just
Oh
about
my
to
gosh,
say,
gamer! I didn't buy it and you bought it twice. See? Yeah. Change man.
Gamer's always part of the problem. It's like his middle name,
Gamer part of the problem. 812.
basically.
You might just have one problem, but Gamer has 812 of them because he's part of them all.
Yeah.
Or I guess that should be you have 99 problems. Anyway,
And Gamer's won. Yeah.
he might be one. But yeah, that's it for the news. So huzzah. No idea where Tropical is, but he's
What's his,
celebrating.
He's enjoying his birthday.
drinking, getting wasted or something. It's like, yeah.
As a responsible parent / adult, I don't think he would be doing
What?
that.
That's what designated drivers are for. And I mean, you can still be
That's what
responsible.
babysitters are for.
See? There's plenty of ways to be responsible and
Well, never
still
mind
enjoy
then.
your birthday.
How old is he? 35?
33.
I have no idea.
According to Facebook, 33.
I just know he's older than me.
Yeah, you're like 18 or something, right?
I am not like 18 here. What the hell? Jesus.
So, second, did you ever get past that door in Oddworld?
I haven't gone back to it yet, so I'm not gonna say I'm still stuck. I just haven't gone back to it yet. But I know how to get around it, so everything's cool,
Okay.
Doors.
and I will get past it.
Was it something very obvious?
No, it was not, because I got to a part and I was like, how could I go forward? But then, in order to progress, I had to go back. So I don't know what I had to go back to. I just know I had to go back from that door, and not forward, which is what you usually do.
Yeah, I was just curious because like usually when you get stuck at those doors in previous games, like it was something so obvious, and you'll be there for like forever.
It's true.
So, I guess that's it for this episode, unless someone has anything else to add, and we'll sign off now, and be back next week.
I don't know. Oh, I found the name of that game too, by the way.
What was it?
Outrise.
Outrise?
What?
Outrise.
I've not even heard of that game.
Exactly. Because it got announced the same time as Evolve, and everybody was like, yeah, Evolve, because Left 4 Dead. And then everybody was like, I don't know.
Where Shadow of the Colossus meets Left 4 Dead?
That
I
one.
think I did hear about this, but I hadn't seen any coverage from it.
Yeah.
Because I was like, because I saw something weird about like Shadow of the Colossus and Left 4 Dead. I was like, what? I was like, whatever. I just tuned my brain out because I was like, I'll wait until I see it. But I
Oh,
haven't seen
it's only a concept at the time. Okay. Yeah.
Anything to say, gamer?
I'm bored.
Okay.
Play some video games. Jeez, that's what they're for.
I know. Oh, support King Ruckus in his campaign to bring
Yakuza.
Yakuza 5 to the West.
Yeah, good luck with that. So,
Because if it doesn't go through, then the curse is broken. Yes! Curse is broken. Because I bought Yakuza 5.
Also, it seems like we have we don't have breaking news, but this whole Twitch situation is like just blowing up on Twitter as we're podcasting.
Is it?
So
Holy shit.
it's trending like Twitch and video on demands or VOD is like the top two things on on Twitch right now.
Well, that's hilarious because like when they flipped the switch, it like looked at every video VOD video and just looked for things it could identify. And it was like identifying like the weirdest shit, like this one guy's stream where there's like no in-game music or something for the first like 45 minutes. It still blocked his it only mutes it, which is the weirdest thing. It mutes it for 30 minutes. For the 30-minute stretch of the video. So that's weird.
That's what happened when they put that policy in place last year. They're like, oh, let's flip the switch, and then everyone's like, what the f did you do to my video, YouTube? And just rain down.
So I guess it's able to work if you just show the video, just have the thing on mute, and just like talk over it. You're good to go.
Well,
Yeah, but
though, like sometimes there's like in-game music when you're playing, or like the game soundtrack.
Yeah, that's where like most of the Grand Theft Auto, like any Grand Theft Auto game that's
Yep.
that was streaming on Twitch that's on video on demand.
Oh, dude,
it's,
I need
like,
to look that up.
muted.
Grand Theft Auto 5 on mine. Like I have the whole thing, so I'm gonna see if there's anything on mine.
Oh man, it's probably muted.
Do they notify you first, or do they just do it? Like
No, they just do it.
Probably just do it.
Wow, that's evil.
So for all you know, all your videos are just all silent.
I'm gonna do like a silent protest of like. I'm gonna do a
They
silent
said-
protest on
They
video.
said the system is weird though because like the videos, like remember people have been exporting them to YouTube. The same video on YouTube is being muted on Twitch, video on demand, but it still works on YouTube. So
See, that's weird because like I
That's
thought the
weird.
way it worked was like, or like the way it would work is like if that happened and you like export it to YouTube, it would just get like either content ID'd or muted. So that's really weird.
One of Twitch's own official videos got muted too
It
by their
did,
own
yeah.
policy.
I saw that.
Which is weird. I was like, that's funny. It's like just to goes to show how stupid things like this. So
I think someone brought up a great like point. It's like no one's gonna look at a streaming video and say that song is fucking awesome. Let me look at the stream again and rewind to that very specific spot in the stream to hear the specific part of the song. A rational person would just freaking go to Amazon or go to iTunes and just get it.
I know, wouldn't that kind of actually work out to their benefit? Because now it's like people's like, oh,
God.
there's that song. Let me go buy it instead of it's like, yeah, let's mute this so now no one knows what the song is, and then
Oh no,
they'd lose
because
out.
the publisher licensed that song, so you can't really listen to it at on the stream, which is the dumbest thing. Like,
It's
God.
stupid. Now I have to like remix every song I play when I stream now, and start randomly rapping over things.
See, that would be like so ironic if like this made the whole streaming on PS4 and Xbox One like irrelevant to like everybody getting content or not content IDs, but like audio muted now.
At least PS4 has Ustream.
Oh yeah. Or the
You stream? I stream. We all stream
oh,
for
never mind. The
streams.
whatchamacallit thing is not streaming. The what the robot thing is, or whatever it's called. But yeah, you know, we'll see how this shakes out with the whole streaming thing, and you know,
Yeah.
hopefully Tropical will be back next week, and maybe RPG will be here for a full set as we slowly but surely approach episode 150 or 250. It's been a long time and stuff.
Yay!
But you know, what'll happen next week? Will Tropical return? Will RPG be able to make it on time? Will somebody yet again for the third week in a row or more finish a game? Who knows? Find out on the next episode of Aimless Babble Z.